In today's show, we're taking a look from NECA Toys, Alien vs. Predator video game, the Chrysalis Alien. Stay tuned. Right. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back. I'm your host, Red, and welcome back to Red Pill Animations. And today, man, I'm happy to look at this figure. Been seeing this floating around in a lot of the YouTube videos and recommendations. I decided to go ahead and pick it up over at the local Target. This is back a few months ago. I had them, and I'm backed up with a lot of figures that I need to review. And sure, a lot of you will rebuttal, Red, why are you doing videos that are already out there? Well, because it's not been reviewed in this channel. And if you come here, it's because you have to like what I'm saying. It must be. But anyways, in any case, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, where I'll post some toy photography on there. Hit me up if you like. If not, hit me up on Twitter. Let's jump into this thing. The color scheme on this figure is just amazing. I was looking at it when I took it out of the box, and I said, wow, this is just great. For any animator, you could even have it as your own kaiju. And before I begin, guys, let me just tell you something about Red Pill Animations. I always say you don't always have to be canon on everything. Not everything. There's a lot of people out there who have channels, stop motion channels, who believe that everything has to be canon. No, it's canon in your world. It should be canon in your imagination of what you do. No one else dictates it. So, with that said, and I'll rebuttal back on it a little bit on why I'm saying that on it. But looking at the figure itself, and you're looking at the details, let me just focus that in there for you. Look at that. How wicked is that? What drew my attention, because I did see reviews on it, is this. And look, I didn't even realize now, oh wow, when I took it out of the box, I was messing around with the articulation. So again, guys, this saves me the headache during the articulation part of it, but I didn't know that was in there as well. So this is incredible. I've seen a lot of people talk about this figure. I've seen a lot of people talk about the Razor Claw one on there, and there's a different color scheme to it. I know this is probably out of the video game, but I just love this whole dry brushing or faded color of that. And again, guys, I'm a huge fan, not on the normal type of the figure. I'm more of, I like the variants. I like the different style and look. Love that this one's got these bone structures on it. I never played the video game, so you guys need to let me know in the comments if was this creature or alien some kind of heavyweight or heavy type of that. Now, let me go back to what I was saying. Look at this bone structure and tell me if this doesn't remind you of the Queen alien. And when I was looking at it, I was thinking, what animator wouldn't put this in their alien? And in their imagination, or in my imagination, this would be a young warrior queen directing her fight against either the predators or, you know, the colonial marines, or even Batman, because you know there is a crossover of Batman versus Alien. Why wouldn't you have that? And at the end of that comic, there is a crocodile alien hybrid. So sorry guys, as usual, I'm always having issues with these characters standing still. I am off camera real quickly, and we'll go over the articulation, because I was floored by some of the articulation, and I said, wait, I know a lot of my channel does Mcfarlane reviews. I know I do a lot of things on it, but one of the things that I can appreciate that NECA did was add a wireframe into the tail. So right now he's being balanced, or she, whatever you want to call it, by the whole tail. Another thing that I like is that they definitely took into consideration a lot of Geiger's details in his drawings, and that's what I'm looking at here when I look at these vents or whatever you call it here on the skin. I mean, I know I'm all over the place, but I'm really liking this figure a lot. And the articulation of it, and I know I'm jumping ahead, it's just great. The bone detail. Now, let me know in the comments, guys. Comment down there if you own the other Chrysalis, because I think there was another color scheme to it. I don't know much about the game. I don't know much about it. So let me know in the comments, you know, on this. But wow, very, very beautiful details on this. It doesn't come with any accessories. If not, we would have done the housekeeping on it. But I was messing around and love what I'm looking at. And for my DC world, I'm probably going to make this like a queen, a warrior, queen, young, fighting. She hasn't started creating her tribe yet. It's just directing the existing tribes that are out there. And so we'll jump into the articulation, but I got to show you something else that I love about it. Now, I'm only a fan of the first Alien and then the one that Cameron did, but let's begin with the articulation. You can extend the neck, and when you're looking at the face, this reminds me of that Alien birth human hybrid type Alien, and I don't know which movie it is. I just thought that anything after part 2 was garbage. I didn't like any of the other movies. I didn't even like the dog one that everybody raves about. I thought it was a terrible movie. I didn't think it added value to what Ridley Scott did or Cameron. But with that said, look at that. And then you get this added feature. Now, 33 bucks for this figure versus what Mcfarlane gives us. And I know I'm being hard on Mcfarlane right now, but I have to because, like I said, I'm not getting anything from Mcfarlane, and my channel's been dedicated to him, a lot of it. And yet here I'm getting all kinds of articulations, all kinds of details. Sure, no accessories, but this is not needed. But yet here I'm getting, and this is what sold me. When I buy a monster, I don't want a static mouth. I want the monster to have articulation in the jaw. And that's going to be one of my pet peeves when I do Killer Croc. I didn't get it. So now the head, unfortunately, has very limited movement because of the bone structure and the shoulders there. So I'm sure maybe a lot of you guys have done that. The arms do not do a T-pose. So, however, you do get an elbow swivel, one jointed elbow on it. You do get, I believe, yes, you do, but it's kind of limited because of the bony gauntlet here, but it does move there. But here's the surprising thing: the hand articulate. Man, how crazy is that? And then you got these nails. Just looks great. Just looks fantastic. I'm really blown away by this figure. NECA did a fantastic job capturing that. And I don't know what molding they used, and I don't know much about the NECA figures. I'm starting to get into them in there, but you know, you do get a waist here by the rib cage area. The legs themselves do only go out this far. They're designed only to go out this far. You do have a swivel here, but it's not a double jointed knee, so don't expect that. But you can get them in some nice crotch positions. You do have a swivel here, and you get a toe kind of claw articulation there. So overall, not to mention, guys, let me go back to the tail. You do have a swivel here on the tail, but it's wired frame, so you can definitely get motion. And I've been watching the Harryhausen videos, and one of the things to consider when you're doing the stop motion is that your character, if it has a tail, to give it life, make sure the tail is constantly moving. And that was something that I thought was very impressive when he had mentioned that in your movie. So let me know, guys, what do you guys think about this figure? What do you think about this creature? I also thought about getting him and making it like a giant kaiju for my Godzilla, which I have to also review. I am behind on my reviews. I do have a Singular Point Godzilla that I had to get. I just think it's phenomenal on it. So let me know your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think about this figure. Now, I didn't have my tape measure, but I did see in a video that it does stand about 9 inches tall on it. You can see that in another review on there. So if you like today's show, guys, don't forget to hit the like. Don't forget to hit the bell to get notified. And most importantly, guys, I'm very blessed that a lot of you have been subscribing to the channel and you've been engaged with me in the comments on the action figures. Now, I have been doing more reviews on it. Not only do I have more space putting them in my computer because this is something that was running out, but it's been freeing up my time where I'm able to sit here in the studio in the cave and practice some of my stop motion to start improving it. Again, one of the things that I am finding with stop motion is that it is very difficult. I am a person that's never had patience and I had to learn with it. And not to mention, I'm doing everything on my phone because I'm trying to push the technology and how to make good ones. And I'm going to tell you right now, there are dudes out there like Chino Moreno, Swag, who are making their videos off their phones. And you know what? It's been amazing. So with that said, guys, let me know what you think, if this is something you're going to pick up to put on not only your collection, but in your animation. So me and the Chrysalis, we're done with the review. There's nothing else to look at. There's nothing else to say on the fact that Red loves it. So me and Chrysalis, we're done and we are out.